Hello Conscious Academy superstars, welcome to week 3, and we covered a lot in the first video, but we just want to go into a bit more details on rituals and habits. And as we always say, your rituals create your results, your habits create your health. So perhaps you can just clarify what is a ritual.
Yes, ritual can be described as a practice, a ceremony or act of worship, right? And here we want to talk about daily rituals and how important they are, and we just want to quickly give you a few examples how you can enhance your day, start your day in such a positive way that it's impossible that the rest of the day would go wrong, kind of, yeah. Okay, so let's go straight into that, like what we mean by daily rituals and what examples could it be. So I can start giving examples such as morning jog, in the neighborhood, in the park. It can be meditation, it can be gratitude practice. Morning journaling, also known as morning pages, is such a powerful practice because when we come straight from the sleep, our mind is still not bombarded and affected by daily, noise and sounds and information overload. So we come a bit more pure in the morning, and if we just let the flow take over and you just keep writing how you're feeling, what you were maybe dreaming or anything, you will see how much comes out of you. And doing it every morning, you can also see the pattern, how, for example, you feel every day and how it's changing. So things like that, gratitude practice, meditation, morning run, it's really, really powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So would you have a bit more examples on that?
Yeah, I mean, ritual can be anything. Vida's already said some great ones. It can be things like, even training can be part of your ritual, cooking,
Yeah.
calling loved ones, family members, yoga, meditation. It doesn't have to be set in stone. It can be anything which kind of helps you get centered, and anything which you kind of do on a regular basis to ground you.
Yeah, very well said. Something what it's done continuously and makes you feel grounded and really in tune with yourself. So sometimes we go about our day and we don't even notice how we actually feel. If someone comes and asks, "Oh, how do you feel today?" We're like, "Okay," and it's like think for a second, it's like, "Yeah, really, how do you feel today?" So things like why we do yoga, for example, even if it's like very short practice in the morning, is just to understand how our body feels, how I feel today in my neck, in my head, in my stomach, in my legs. You just do like this kind of a body scan, and you're aware of how you're feeling mentally and physically, and once you're aware, you can work on it. Like you go to the gym and you say, "Oh yeah, I have very stiff neck," for example, and you can work on that. So being aware is most important.
Yeah, and it can be very simple, seemingly trivial things. Like I used to work with a personal trainer in a gym years ago who was once in the military, and part of obviously in the military they've got lots of rituals. It's quite regimented, and they love that routine to make them as efficient and effective as possible. And he said that one of the reasons why they're so big on the ritual of making your bed in the morning, because quite a seemingly simple, insignificant task is still a win and an accomplishment for the day. So even something which takes, a minute or two has a profound impact on all the rest of the events throughout the day. So a ritual can be something very small, it can be larger. There's that saying that at the beginning of a fitness journey, we rely on motivation, but we're not always going to have motivation. So when we're lacking motivation, it's the rituals and the discipline that carries us through.
Yes, and another example from my personal experience, which changed my life, talking about rituals, was when I still used to live in London, and I was walking to work from this beautiful park in Greenwich. And my ritual was to walk to work, not to take a bus or train. Of course, it took me longer, but it was amazing kind of walking meditation for me, time to be with myself, and also used to listen to podcasts. So in a year of doing this every single day, I learned so much through those podcasts. Like it's crazy to think where I started and where I am now, just to be thankful for that routine, that ritual I created. First of all, you know, it was an addition to my daily training in the gym, that nice walk in the fresh air, you know, it was walk through the park and through the river, so it was beautiful walk. And listening to those podcasts educated me so much, probably more than, I don't know, 2 years at school reading from one book. So
that's how some people teach themselves languages,
totally,
by, you know, just turning a walk into listening to a podcast or a language tutorial. That combined over time compounds up, and all of a sudden you have a new skill or a new language or all that new knowledge.
Exactly. So that's why we're giving these examples to really emphasize how ritual over time can make a huge change. And if it's not done just so you feel good that day, which is also true, but also we look for like a long run, like what happens after you do that ritual again and again.
That's the essence of it right there. It's the ripple effect.
Exactly.
You start off with something very insignificant. Perhaps you can have very significant rituals as well, but usually they can be quite small, trivial things, and then all of a sudden it just ripples out and has a profound impact on every area of your life.
Exactly, beautifully said. Okay, hope this helps, and this week is all about really paying attention to those rituals and habits and building new healthy ones.
Enjoy!
Bye!
Bye-bye!